Is it not showing? Because that would be too much. There we go. I did forget to change that setting. So now they can hear me in the stream. All right, everybody's in Fantasy Grounds. We got everybody in Discord. We're missing Karen tonight due to work and other life issues. Who knows what? But ready to play some Tuesday night D&D Dungeon of the Mad Mage episode 75. 75 days lost with these baboons that I'll never get
That's
back.
not true. It's only 3 hours out of each of those days.
Yeah, it's true. Technicality. All right. We got anybody watching? Hopefully, a couple people saying it's going to be a slow night, it looks like. Well, it is what it is. Let's do our introductions because we have got some stuff to deal with here. Although we're missing a player, but we'll sojourn on as always. Flinnial, you can start first.
All right. So Lineal is the 15th level Wood Elf Druid Monk. And since Kieran is working tonight, I'm also playing him. He is the 15th level High Elf Fighter Wizard.
That he is. Linder.
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Linder Balstina. I'm a 15th level half-elf bard wizard.
Shadow.
I am Shadow over the Valley, the 15th level Tabaxi Scout.
And Quetzal.
Hello, I am Quetzal, the 15th level fighter paladin lizard folk.
That he is, folks. All right. Last session, they got out of the maze, or the not was it not the maze, but the what did he call it? The
Obstacle course.
Obstacle course. Thank you. Big words for me there. Thank you. Destroyed a death tyrant, undead beholder, Heisman paladin ghost to leave him to his despair, haunting the area forever and ever. And followed some giths down the next level who they befriended, and were told to make their way up to this north little chamber, what looks like some barracks, in this basically a crystalline structure of some sort. It is, all intents and purposes, it's all crystal, everything. In here, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, everything. There is light coming from out everywhere in the crystals, and it kind of looks like it's a discotheque as they rotate through the colors of the spectrum. Every so often, the colors kind of change and move about. They've seen what looks like a big crystal golem that was standing watch over the main area, but their friends, the giths that they followed down here, basically stopped some patrol, basically some of the guards that were here before something happened, and told them to wait here while they allowed me, the DM, to figure out what the hell to do at this level. But they had to go get somebody in charge. And that's what was going on. And doesn't take, we put y'all in the room there. The Gith, there was the 4 of your friends, plus there were about 10 warrior-looking type individuals that were in this room. And they basically gave y'all some cots to have a long rest and relax while they basically you're the Yalkar, I think is what his name is, Yalker or whatever, went to basically told y'all to stay here. Really told you to stay here, but you know what you saw and what you see, that they're basically not sure who you are, what to do with you. The rest of them, even though the 4 know who y'all are, the rest of them don't. And so y'all have rest, and gave that to y'all. And where am I going to? I'm going to which room? I'm trying to find. There it is. Okay. So, The male. Yeah, but where is the male? I don't want that one. I want. Well, we'll over some time and all that. You'll hear some commotion after y'all get the rest and all that. The door will open up, and your y'all car will be there, and he will motion that the 5 of y'all can, basically come out, if you would like. And there is another gentleman. We'll put him on the tracker, and it is 13. No, it's not 13. Let's see. Well, these are warriors, but 9, 2, 3, and 13. I'm missing somebody here. I don't know what that is. 9, 2. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to see. There's this one and this one. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. So, yeah. So, y'all, they motion for y'all to come out of your room. What do you do? What's up, KC Blighted Lands? Channel number 5 for Gary Con. Like I need a hole in my head. No one has comprehend language and all that, right? Y'all don't have that going on for the moment.
Not at the moment.
Yeah.
I guess we just finished our long rest.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you're getting ready to do that, and this will call 13 here, the one that's kind of he looks, he looks kind of dirty, like he's been working on something. Looks kind of disheveled a little bit. He begins to speak in another language.
Which language?
13. The Gish 13, and he goes. He waves his hand and he says this.
Oh, good.
The question
Glad that cleared things up.
is he paying attention?
That's a good question.
I'm waiting.
Oh, there you
Well, he says it out loud. Do you? So he's not in. It's not in your head. He says it out loud to the group. So
I respond.
there you go. You hear Quetzal respond. You basically begin to hear. Some of y'all know the language. Y'all have heard the Draconic before, but he's based. Yeah, he's. It's a thick dialect of it, but he definitely you understand it, Quetzal, and he steps forward. Yeah, towards you, and some of the guards and all that are all watching. He puts his hand to his chest, kind of a peaceful.
What's
gesture.
he saying?
What's he
He's
saying?
asking who speaks for the group.
Well, apparently that's you, since you're the only one that understands.
All
I
right.
guess that is true.
All right. Are you going to relay what is said to the group, or are you going to keep it? You want me to keep it to you first?
I'll relay it to the group.
I set that one up. Okay, yeah. So he welcomes you to the crystalline cave. They basically it's kind of how it translate in Draconic and all that. The name he uses though doesn't quite translate right, but he and he says it a little bit more. Just calls it the crystalline cave. You'll see Darkhar, who I guess we'll just say was actually his 9. He will, he comes up and he relays again to, he's speaking in gifts to him, but he points to you and he points back up to, down toward the hallway, and he's relaying stuff and, a few sentences and all that. And Erlon basically, who is the guy's name, basically, says thank you, understands that You were here traveling through these areas. What brings you this far down underground?
We are mostly fighting all the things we come across. We're trying to make our way towards Hallister.
Who is this Hallister that you speak of?
He is the mage in charge of all these floors.
That would be news to us.
That is the correct name, right?
Hallister is who you believe
Mad
is
Mage.
the way. Yeah.
Just making sure, because I have heard a lot of names and have kind of forgotten who was in charge.
No,
I'll
you're
check.
good.
I'll check, Gary. I heard it real loud, so I don't know what's going on there. We'll check it later. Yeah. So he says, "Well, we have been here for for quite a while. The area was just one big." He's not using big words in the draconic because you kind of get it that he's looking at you and he's not trying to be superior, but you can see that he kind of just he feels that he's that way to you, and that this was just a one big crystalline maze structure. We were able to hollow some of it out based on the resonance of the energies that this complex gave off. Luckily for us, it was enough room for us to bring some of our kind here that we may continue our tracking and war against the Illithid. For that is the reason we have come to this planet.
Warring
If you need
against
help
the
fighting something,
Do what now?
then- If you need help fighting something, may I be of assistance?
You are free to pass through our areas. We can be more than if you feel that we will not stand in your way if you think you can beat them. There are plenty to go, to kill. We just we find them a very evil life form that has no place in this universe.
Illithids, as in mind players.
You asked that to.
Well, yeah, I mean, Quetzal said he was translating. So
He was trusted, yes. So
Yeah,
Quetzal
that's my
replied,
question.
yeah, and he when you say that, Quetzal, if that is what you call them, he basically makes a form of a face with multiple tentacles and all that. There is a colony of them down below, and we have tracked them here, and preparing to train our young warriors here to then go after the colony that is below us. We can show you the way to that, and because of your generosity and your and Dalakar basically vouching for you, that we will escort you to the tunnel down. But aside from that, that is all that we can offer you in exchange for your friendship to him. We can give you information to some degree, but what we do here, this is what we can. So basically, it's a temporary outpost. We consider this labyrinth. Our true home orbits around another planet, but that we can go to back and forth from. But for the moment, this structure suffices to allow us to bring our young warriors here to age and to grow and mature to become the fine specimens that they are, and then we send them down to do battle with the mind flayers, as you call them.
Should we offer an alliance against the Mind Flayers?
Not.
What's that?
I don't see why not.
Alliance is fine. You are free to, like I said, you are we.
I was talking to my my compatriots.
Okay.
not to
Sorry.
them.
Sorry. Okay.
Shadow, you with us?
I'm up for anything.
Quetzal, you wanna offer alliance between us and them against the Illithids?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, he will say, "Come with me, then we will show you." And we'll basically start to move and take you through parts of the structure, and you're going to see. Well, you're going to start seeing large areas, like I said, and it's lit up fairly well. When y'all begin to move, you almost instantaneously hear, without a doubt, what is the trumpet of a couple of dragons. Without a doubt, you've known them, you heard them, and the cave just echoes with the bellow. And when you come walking in through, I'm not worried about placement right now. You come into this first area, and what you see, and before you, kind of defies the laws of physics. There's this huge hole in the ground that you look down, and you see stars. And in the middle of this thing is this 10-foot long crystalline stalactite hangs above this pit, and there's mist that kind of forms along the walls and shimmies down the pit until every now and then it clears a little bit, and you can see what, like I said, looks like stars down there. But in this crystalline structure, you see what looks like a Gith, just exactly like one of the two of them, just sitting there looking at you. It's a she, and she's encased, in this, basically looks like a big crystal, and she just kind of watches
the crystal
you.
of dragon?
No, another Gith. It's just kind of in that crystalline area right there, floating above them. You can see that she's alive. You can see that she moves, and it just kind of floats there. And she kind of watches you a little bit. She doesn't move much inside there, but her head can turn a little. And she kind of watches as y'all pass by. What's up, M? Oh, I need to, oops. Looks like I need to turn off. I need to turn off the critical failure cheers and turn on the D&D ones back. Oh, well. That's inspiration for somebody there, M. M, dear, would you like to give that to somebody? Your 100-bit cheers? You may choose. You can choose the DM too. But you may pick one of the gents here. Your choice, and give them an extra point of inspiration. So the dragons you heard far away. In this room, you see probably what looks to be another 5 or 6 more warriors practicing in different areas against what looks like straw dummies. If you give me inspiration for, can you swap it for a cantrip? You can swap out a cantrip if you want on Saturday, because I don't want your chat angry with me and coming after me.
I see how it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, and she's better looking than all of y'all. So, and she supports my wife in the store. So anyway, they take you around. Well, Duffy, you know how to do this. That's right. The straw dummies that they're hacking at and playing with and all that are basically crude forms of what looks like mind flayers, they all kind of stop and watch y'all walk by, and you get, you're basically getting what looks like kind of sneery looks from them. and they just kind of all stop, looking at y'all. They kind of puff up, You could tell they're young warriors. What you're seeing.
Right.
Oh, an inspo for Linder. Oh, come on. So then you come into, y'all continue walking through, and you come into another pit. Same thing you're seeing. And this time you'll see the source of the bellow. For on the eastern edge of the pit, you see a female Gith sitting atop a young red dragon. Right here. She, they're sitting here just kind of watching, looking at things.
So, Quetzal, can you get them to explain the whole Gith and the crystal and these pits with stars in them? What's going on with that?
No, they are not our pets. They are our mounts. We ride them. For we are friends with the red dragons. They make good mounts, he tells you, and they fly high up above. And these are pretty big caverns and all that. He says that would not be wise, for the dragons themselves have to bond with you, and they would more than likely just eat your kind than let you ride them. Though I see you have the heart of a warrior, that would take a long time. It takes quite some time for the bond to form between a Gith and its dragon. And they notice that you look at the hanging crystalline structures and all that, and they they kind of debate that a little bit of what they are, and Erlon says, "Nah, I guess that there's no harm in knowing what you see before you. The stalactites you see are some of our most powerful gifts in this dimension, encased in the crystalline structure that allows them to remain aware of their surroundings without requiring air, food, sleep. It's a sustaining structure, and it's almost impervious to any and all type of attacks, both physical and magical. And they are guardians, basically, kind of overwatching the areas along with the mounts. Those are our warriors that train here, but they are basically a protective structure that keep our some of our most powerful magic users protected.
And what's up with the stars?
Well, we are not from this dimension. Gith do not reside here in this physical. We are from the astral plane, but we do have a home, and a basically what we call. They give it a funny name. They call it. I just had it right here in front of me. You dork. Where'd it go? Krishe Killier. I'm butchering the name, but it is way. He basically says Krishe Killier. That is where we reside in this dimension. You would call it an asteroid. Maybe. Is that the right term I'm looking for?
So these pits are what, dimensional travel to the
Yeah.
asteroid?
Yeah, that would be correct. It allows us to return home if we need be. Falling into that would move you to the astral plane.
Very interesting.
But we have to watch. We bring our young here for when we are in the astral plane. We do not age, and for our young to mature and become fine warriors that they are, we must bring them to this dimension so that they may age and learn and suffer and understand what it is to grow before they can continue on. And that's what you see. And they continue on. And then you're moving along, and you're going to see down, when you're moving along the structure, going to the south, into that room kind of to the southwest, you see, basically a very, what's the word I'm looking to, grotesque scene. There are, along the walls and in the room, there are 12 mind flare heads stuck on pikes. And they're all kind of looking down, they're kind of all facing each other, looking, but they form a kind of a loose circle around the room. Trophies, we call them. And they continue on, and you'll move to another door and another complex, and you move along. And he will start taking y'all. Let me see, where am I going here? Yep. Into another room, to another area. Same thing again. Moving along, you're going to see another cavern area. Looks just like the other ones you've seen. Here you're going to see more warriors training. We've seen one female, one male in the crystalline structures. This one's got another female watching you. You hear, and definitely another, your mic bump closer, I guess. I'm sorry, Excel. There you go. I'll talk louder. They were saying I was a little light. How's that? Is that better? So, sorry, not trying to be too loud. Then you hear, definitely, like I said, somewhere else, another bellow of another dragon. Not the one y'all passed, but even another one. There's more than one in the area. You come into here, you're going to see in this north room, it definitely humming, and there's a soft purple glow in the room. And you're sitting there, and
I thought everything in here was brightly lit.
it is brightly lit, except for this area. The room kind of dims it into just a purple soft glow. Just that room. Everything else, like I said, is brightly lit. The floors, the ceiling, everything else. Yeah, it looks like it's disco Rama, baby. So, and you see, like I said, more warriors training, and what else come along? And what else is in this room? You're gonna start turning to two more golems. Sit here and here, and they look like y'all move into this room, and he points you this way, and he tells you that this is your way down.
So they're pointing us in that direction. They don't want to form an alliance to work together against the mind flayers.
Well, they're still training and all that, so they do small runs and all that. As far as alliance, they will work with you on that, certainly. But this is Arcador. This is, Francis plays on Saturday nights, but this is the channel she plays on. Tonight is our Tuesday night group. But welcome to the Rejects. Yeah. And Urchan basically moves in here, and he motions for a second, and the golems will step aside. They look like they've kind of formed in a little blockade to that area. This is where you will find their way down to the Illithid level. But we still have training and much to do before we can make our next sojourn down there.
What kind of weapons were the other Gith? What were they training with?
I could tell you that they're hacking up 5. The Gith are training with. You see them using long swords. They also looks like you're watching them. They you could see them picking up rocks from time to time with telekinesis, basically lifting up and crystalline rocks and throwing them at the mind flayers. You even saw them a few times. What you definitely were certain was Misty Step. Jumping from time to time behind the dummy and hack on it and move away, stuff like that. But they're basically just practicing swords. But you could tell from your standing ability that these are warriors in training without a doubt, though they may be blustery and they're puffing their chests out when y'all walk by. They have got a little ways to go. Definitely wet behind the ears. Except for the Dragon Rider. Now, the Dragon Rider was a different story. She looked like she would know what she was doing. Y'all would have seen this too. What else may we tell you or help you with as you continue on? Do they have any features? I don't know. What else are they carrying? Let me see. Great swords, long swords. You don't see, they don't have any there, old Quetzal man. Looks like they use their ranged weapon attack and all that is by using telekinesis to pick things up and fling them.
You said they had some great swords?
Great swords and long swords.
I'm going to ask them if I can have a great sword.
Thanks, Akador. Thanks for the sub. Welcome to the Rejects. Check out our Discord if you have not. Let me put that in chat there, sir. Or ma'am, whichever one. Please make yourself at home. Say hello. Chat away. We do appreciate that. And we'll let Francis know too on Saturday. We'll give her some extra oomph. Oh, there's Mick. They will say you need a sword with all the weapons that you carry?
One can never be too prepared.
Erlon pulls out his sword and gives you his great sword. Use it with impunity against those dastardly. Melinda, I sent you a PM.
Well,
you weren't paying attention. Did you not be able to read that? You probably weren't able to read that, were you? Okay, hold on a second. All right, hold on a second. I didn't know that was a command. Wow, you didn't even know that. He gives you the longsword as you.
I will make sure that I remove a couple of their heads with this sword.
Are you can we not hear Linder?
I'm here.
Okay, making sure because you said that I wasn't sure what you meant by that. Are you saying that to them or?
That was supposed to be a whisper, but I missed the whisper tag for some reason.
Whisper to who?
Oh, Millennial. And
Okay.
I guess Karen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They're
it
both
doesn't
right
matter.
here.
Yeah, so yeah, you got to just right mouse click on their portrait, and then you can
Mhm.
select the symbol, and that I did.
Yeah,
whisper.
yeah. I thought I did that, but it didn't work out.
So, Flinny, you have a whisper.
I see a chat message.
Yeah, he did do that, right? So
Okay,
much for
so
that
I click on the whisper
subterfuge.
button.
Yeah.
I,
Yep.
I get the /W with the name, and then as soon as I start typing, it goes away.
You have to hit the arrow key once. You got to put a space because when I do that, it moves that away.
Naturally.
Yeah, you'd think. Yeah, there you go.
Putting a space just deletes it.
Yep.
We can reply /R in the type message.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, folks. Let me get the map over here where they're at. So we're letting them have a secret moment. Oh, I got to fix that. What's up, Corey? I need to get over there and turn off. Let me do that real quick with overlays because I'm a dumbass. Twitch perks for while they're chatting. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Where is crit fail? There it is. I gotta remember to turn. How do I deactivate this buckaroo? Excuse me. Oh, come on. That may do it. Let's see. Emulate a cheer. No. Well, nothing showed. Oh well. Okay, I'll fix it later. Y'all can talk about it in loud since the gig's up. Just Shadow and Quetzal won't know what's going on. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I try asking back, who is this or something, anything, see if I can get a response. Anything other than that.
Well, without more information, what exactly did they just help? Or was there
No, they said whoever I'm hearing in my head has said the Gith lie to you. I'm guessing it's probably some mind flayer they're keeping captive somewhere that's trying to trick me, more than likely.
you could ask them.
Well, that is true. All right. I guess I'll have to go through Quetzal, but I'm going to have him ask them if they're keeping any mind flayers alive anywhere.
how do you know that?
I hear something in my head.
Someone needs to silence that beast. Why we keep it here, I do not know.
Can I silence it?
Question is, I'm trying to actually never actually tell me why the F-bomb they got the damn thing in the first place, but he will walk y'all over here. So
They're probably doing science on it.
they don't look like the science group to them, but they walk you over here to this structure.
Maybe alchemical science.
To this room, and there's a crystalline door, that you kind of you see somewhat through. Very, very opaque though. It's kind of hard to see, but there is a mind flayer. You can tell that there's one, and when you get closer, he is, you can feel his presence dripping in the back of your skull, Linder, as you got closer to.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, and
It's my favorite.
Yeah, as he reaches in, you could feel even behind the magic that you're feeling is encased in this crystal room and all that. They have him here, and he tells you they lie to you. They mean to conquer the area. Don't believe what they say.
Why should I believe what you say?
I am dead no matter what. I doubt my life has much more hours before it with this foul.
Okay, so what makes you think I care about who invades the Undermountain?
So be it, but they will
You
certainly.
move your microphone closer again. You're getting quieter.
What? My mic's right in front of me. Damn.
You keep getting lower and lower.
Really? Okay. Something else going on then. I'm gonna check. Well, no, I don't know. Interesting. My volume's here. 300 what's that? What's the 300? Josh, you're gonna have to remind me. I don't even remember on my own damn channel.
Inspiration card to Kieran.
He's not even playing tonight.
What the hell?
Golly, man. Yeah, all right. He gets a card here at the end of the show. So,
All right.
yeah. Thank you. Inspiration card, yeah. I don't have to know my own show, man. Oh, you know what? I'm like going, why is it so quiet? Because I don't have any music going. You dork. So let's put some music on. Yeah, it's just not the rejects without, me doing a little dumbassery. So advantage to Duff there. That's right. All righty. So I need the
Is that
advantage.
microphone advantage?
Microphone advantage, yeah. Should be. I don't know what's going on. My volumes are all there. Well.
You sound fine to me at the moment.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, at the moment you do, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm right here on the mic. Okay. Anyway, so what else? So he basically tells you, I have no idea why they keep me alive here, but they do lie. How can you trust them? They're not even from this.
I can barely hear you again.
Oh my God, I'm trying to sound like a damn mind flayer and they won't let me.
I can hear you.
I know. I don't know why.
Just do your mind flare voice right next to your microphone.
Exactly.
Just
No, I can't do the spitting and all that, like we'd want. But he just basically says, how can you trust creatures that aren't even from this dimension, from this own world?
well, it helps that they have faces that don't have tentacles on them.
They don't eat brains.
Yeah, the brain eating thing helps.
Let me bring my
not brain eating thing, I should say.
Let's see. Let's see if that helps.
That is mighty loudness.
Did it go up?
Yes, it did.
There you go.
I think
Very
you're
loud.
peeking a little bit there.
I know. I did. I cleaned like I said, I cleaned my room. Yeah, I fixed it. Sorry, guys. I looked as soon as I said something. I saw my voice meter over there just all went red on me. I must have hit my DB switch on the mic. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I fixed that. That's why my mic's cutting in and out.
I had to turn you down a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're peaking. You're now you're peaking your audio real hard.
Well, you might need to bring your volume back down now too on y'all's end. So, because I brought my volume's way back down now. So
I never moved mine. I just had to turn you down to like 27%,
Yeah,
which I
that's-
never had to do before.
that's because I hit the DB on the mic was off. So I pulled everything apart and cleaned everything, and put some new lights in like I needed more, fill lights. Okay, that being said, we're back.
You've down 80%.
Wow. That I got to pay attention to that from now on my mic. Make sure I don't hit that little switch on it. I always forget it's there. Don't clean your room. So, okay. Any other question to him? He basically Yeah. You go to your doom then.
Okay. I mean, they did just give one of us a weapon. I don't know why they would do that if they were going to try to betray us for some reason. And even if they were trying to take over the level, like what would we have to do with that? Why would they need to betray us to take over the level? It's a lot of inconsistencies in your story here, Mr. Mindflayer.
This is just an outpost for
All
them.
right.
You don't believe him? That's fine. Yep. You can't really see him. You can see him floating around and all that, somewhat,
Right.
but
I hate it when they talk to you in your head.
I know, right? How rude.
Especially when they don't ask permission first.
Yeah, like they see you wearing headphones and everything, trying to ignore people, and still they just intrude.
all right. Apparently I need to look over my settings again. I will. I don't know what's going on there. I'm all good. Okay. So, yeah, I brought my volume way down on voice meter. Way, way down. He's passing on that for the moment because there's got to be a reason why they have him. Unfortunately, I'm not privy to that, even as the DM of the damn. He says, "Baby, if you return from your excursions, we will be more than glad to let you kill him for sport. You can use the sword that I gave you to run it through its... Yeah, right, ever. But for the moment, he may have his purpose from our leaders. That I do not know what it is."
I will nod.
He says, "Venture forth and good hunting." Yeah, read the module.
Well.
Yeah, this module. Yeah. Good luck with that one, guys. So they escort you into this area, and if you come back needing anything, please wait for one of us to come get you. The guardians will not let you pass without one of us here.
As before we start heading down and before they leave, could I reach out a hand to try and get the Erlon to shake my hand?
You reach out and he looks at you, not understanding what you're doing, but then you kind of
Handshake.
Yeah. He
of trust.
he grabs it.
No greeting.
Yeah, he kind of grabs it, and you shake his hand, and he looks at the other ones, and some other ones they kind of look. You see them; they look kind of grab their swords for a second, not understanding what you're doing, and then he just kind of chuckles a little bit after you shake his hand and let go, and they all kind of look at each other. That's unknown to them.
Okay, after the handshake, I'll turn to my companion and say, "Well, shall we proceed to slaying some of these things?"
Sure.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, so
They move on. Okay, well, that was kind of the way that was supposed to
Andy's
play out.
level.
Yeah, it's down the next one. Okay, so...
Did you read that one?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I did actually... I'm sorry, I don't want to yell. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I did actually read ahead, would you believe? But once I checked out what was going to happen and all that, I did my homework. So there you go, folks. I did. Okay. So we're going to put them. Let's get rid of all the foes. And is it Excel? Is it still that loud to y'all on y'all's end? What's going on? Let me check OBS here. Want to make sure.
Duff, if you turn your gain down by like 25%, you'd be.
Nah, it's OBS. Yeah, I saw OBS peeking out. There we go. That should be better now. No, it's okay, guys. So I thought I'd just handle it all in voice meter, but now you got it.
Doom.
Yeah, it's Doom. It's Doom, and there we go. It's me not peeking out my settings. That's what I get for taking all my machine apart and putting it all back together again and cleaning it and not paying attention to some of the switches. Yeah, I did need your eardrums. Okay. All right. Let's get this set. And we're going to get that map off. Here comes another map. And it's a big one. All right, y'all. Little upper left-hand corner. Much better. Yeah, it'd be helpful if I paid attention to OBS too. It wouldn't be the rejects without some problems. Y'all know that. Okay, so what y'all begin to make your way down. And yeah, you definitely leave the crystalline structure as you head down deeper. You're definitely coming into more of cavern area that turns into smooth stone. Not really any type of, patterns to it and all that, but definitely has been smoothed over. And you
Back
come
to low
into
light down here.
it actually becomes more what you're used to. Very little light. Okay, as you leave the crystalline structure, the light begins to return to a underground presence of almost nothing. And you come into this area, natural tunnel that sends from 16 levels out before splitting into what you see are several passageways. The floors are uneven and the ceilings along with them. They vary anywhere from 10 to 15 feet. And sure enough, you can tell that there's been fighting here. You can see different splotches of color, that something's definitely died here. Purple blood maybe, yellow blood maybe. And then you see something laying on the ground right here when you're kind of coming around. Yeah, Arn, I'm sorry. It's my volume was bad. As y'all come into the area, you see something laying on the ground. Y'all should have a map, right? Everybody got the map? Boop-doo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, tokens are unlocked for the moment. Yeah, you move along and you
I'll take a look at it from there.
you recognize the outline structure. It looks like your friend the Flumph. It's been butchered.
Well, that's not fun.
Oh.
Huh.
Can we see any further off to the east or south?
Yep. You see dead Flumph. They had a Flumph friend, but he's gone now. He traveled down here and looks like y'all had never seen a Flumph before, but so could it be anything else?
I'll look it over and see if I can determine anything else about it and what might have attacked it.
You see, it's been sliced up. It's been sliced apart. Weapons have cut it apart.
Probably our friends from upstairs.
Well, sometimes I wear the eye patch and sometimes I don't. Maybe.
Speaking of our friends upstairs, yeah, I'm not really getting the warm and fuzzy vibes off those guys. I don't know a whole lot about Gith, but I don't know. Yeah, they're rubbing me wrong.
I mean, that mind flayer up there, totally you could have been telling the truth, but honestly, what do I care what the Gith do with the lower levels of the Undermountain? Unless they're planning on coming to the surface afterwards.
Which way?
Good question.
You'll peek around the corner. And you can definitely tell that the floors, there has been definitely several battles here. Lots of stains, dried up. But that's the only body that you see. I don't know what happened. I don't
Before
hear.
we go too much further, I'm gonna get my detect magic going.
Okay. You just see more hallways.
Well, looks like we've got a lot of options.
Quetzal just charges ahead.
Let's be indecisive. Let's go with Quetzal.
Okay, I will then go and wrap myself in a cloak of shadows.
You may.
Actually, we can do a pass. Pass without trace. I am going to cast pass without trace from the staff.
Okay, that's fine. You begin to hear the drip and flow. Thanks for the follow there, Redeemer. You get to hear definitely the drip flow of water somewhere in the darkness up ahead. And then you'll see it basically what's like an intersection again. What are we doing?
We're waiting for Quetzal to move forward.
Quetzal, you're leading apparently.
He took the lead, then stopped.
He did. So you see hallway going back, and you move into another room, and you see definitely looks like more stains. These look a little bit fresher, still somewhat glistening. You hear water. There is a crack in the ceilings, and you can kind of see that it's running. Some of it drips down, but the rest of it's kind of flowing down the walls. You see your thou shalt not pass barriers and you see what's very uneven type room. But what catches your attention is in this corner, you kind of see piled up right in the center area. They are 15th level Redeemer. Corpse of, looks like about 10 Gith bodies piled up. And they look, fairly recently dead. Some of them looks like their brains have been peeled out of their heads. And you see a door to the south.
I will approach the pile of bodies and I'll say a short prayer to my deity Semiwanya for just the group of them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Excuse me, Robert. Shadow, as you move up closer to that door, it doesn't look like it's made of stone. It's some type of dark metallic structure, makeup of it, and embossed on it is a bunch of basically bumps. Best way I can say it, just lots of bumps, like it, like it had a rash, and it's just all these bumps kind of going across the door, and they make like 4 lines of patterns.
Anyone else have some thoughts on what this door is?
What was the description again?
It's basically a bunch of bumps, rivet types, but it's a metallic type structure, dark metallic substance, whatever it is the door is made out of, and kind of like in 4 lines going across are these bumps.
Like Braille?
If you know what Braille is. But that's what it looks like. Out of game, out of character.
No idea what it is. Well, is anybody going to open it?
I will. I'll try.
I
and
assume
open
it's not giving off any magic then.
Don't think. No, you're not detecting that type of magic out of it. No. Nope.
Okay.
Give Shadow inspiration. He's got some inspiration. Hell, they've got all inspiration. They haven't even used them yet. 200, but 200 gets something else, Corey. You can get them. They can have advantage or disadvantage on a roll. They got all the inspiration they need right now.
Yeah, we're still full.
They're full. +1. So that's up to you, though, Corey. You can give it that you want, or you can give advantage, disadvantage to Shadow. Yeah, you push the door, but it doesn't even budge.
I'll search for traps on it.
You touch the door to search for traps. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
You found a trap.
Apparently.
Where was it at? That actually is a pass. No, it's not. You touch the door to begin, and your mind is flooded with imageries of the tentacles of a mind flayer. Kind of, you basically see them dragging their tentacles across the door, over the bumps and all that. and you see the tentacles kind of breach back, and it's like a Medusa's head. You know, they move about and they do all this. They do these funny movements and all that. You just see it all of a sudden in your head in quick flashes, and you have you feel the onset of a headache. You know, was building up, but you fought it off. But these quick flashes showing a mind flayer just kind of sweeping his tentacles across the door, and then they kind of the tentacles do this weird just kind of jumping around, moving like cobras, when they're being charmed and all that. These tentacles move around and do these funny twists and turns and all that, and then your mind goes back to reality.
Well, that was not good. How dare they?
Wow.
And you know that door's not going to open up.
I guess back the way we came.
Yeah, but you're feeling it's not. You'll relate to Linder. They're trapped, but there is some type of protection on the door. But it's psionic in nature. You could feel it in flooding of your mind. So
yeah, I'm not really familiar with any of that nonsense.
Well, Shadow is now because he touched the door.
Oh heck!
And he lived to tell the tale.
So the only thing in this room besides the door and the pile of bodies is the pile of bodies?
Is the pile of bodies. That's correct.
Did anybody actually first that pile of bodies?
You can look at them. They don't even have their weapons on them.
You got a detect magic going, Linder? Did you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. Then let's move on.
Okay. Oh, here y'all can make your way. You would. All right. We're gonna get. I am getting displeased. I can't hear. Let's just go to my regular old dungeon depths music there. No delay. All right. All right. You move around. Like I said, just follow. Y'all can move to there. You see passage going down and a passage continuing east. What do you do? Shadow, you see south. It looks like cavern begins to move down, and then it looks like it starts to open up into a bigger area to the south. Y'all going that way, you see just more passageways. You feel more dampness in the air. You can hear dripping water again. You know you're underground.
Wow.
Wow. That a perception check. Another big room coming up ahead. Quetzal. You are in a huge area that, other than water dripping down from different stalactites hanging in the ceiling, you see just remnants of battle.
Interesting.
But nothing afoot though in the room. Just a huge area.
Any more Gith corpses?
Nope, not here. Uh-oh. You've got see another passageway going back west and another one, big one going east. What is? Yeah, I put so Gary, I'll fix the cheer tips URL. I thought that was right. We were testing that again. Let me look at that. Cheer tips. But we did I did Shadow's eye patch on and off, just messing with the card. So he wears it every now and then, so it just comes and goes. Yeah. That's on purpose for the portrait. No, the rejecto bot spam. Okay, let me look in a second. I thought I fixed that damn thing. Ugh. All right, the timer's what you're saying is off in Stream Elements. I'll look at it in a second here. Let me fix it. Okay, passageway goes on and begins to head south. Let's look at Stream Elements timer here. Cheer biddies. Okay, it was wrong. I see it. Thank you, Gary. I just fixed it. Boom. Now try it. Or it'll come up in a second again. It'll and you use the cheer chip menu. Yes, yes, you may. You the BB. You basically can send stuff to help me when they run and stuff, or the players. Yeah, Redeemer. Yeah. The players would prefer that you give it to them, but I would love to have cheer bits for the DM.
Naturally, of course
So,
you would.
I don't get any love. That's all. So you're quite welcome and free to use. Yeah, you can't heal them, but you can give me advantage, disadvantage. You can give me critical hits. The rest of it, all the rest of it on that cheer tip page, which is this one, it's maybe coming up wrong in chat because apparently I've got a wrong command sitting down there. That'll tell you all the things that are available to you for the D&D game. All right, so what do we got here? You're moving around. You begin to feel the rush of air, and Linder, your magic is up ahead. Detect magic. Spider senses tinglies are going off.
Oh, I can feel it.
The room kind of opens up into another big area. Shall move about. Okay. You move in around a corner. You're going to see a gaping pit in the middle of this room. And you'll also see on the far side, thou shalt not pass barriers. There is only about a 30-foot high cavern here, but there's this gaping pit about 50 feet long and 30 feet deep, 30 feet wide, slopes inward down to a smaller 10-foot wide little area. At the bottom of this pit looks to be some type of huge statue that's kind of fallen and it's broken apart down there. Don't know what it was, but something was here. And you detect that there is the whole pit and the area around it, Linder, is just beaming with transmutation.
Oh, good. Cautiously check out what's going on down there.
Yep. Yeah, you go to the edge, you look down, you just see some type of humanoid creature, you know, with the shadow is. It's in a ton of parts. It's just broken down at the bottom of that pit. Looks like the pit slopes down about 30 feet down inward on itself to a 10-foot wide landing area. And there's just pieces of this statue, whatever it was, down at the bottom of it.
Probably not always a statue.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't really feel like messing with it.
Yeah, me neither.
Continuing on, you hear more water. You see another room opening up. Before you. And something floats by quickly past y'all's line of sight, going from north to south.
Oh.
What about the smaller tunnel?
I'll let you know that it goes back like that.
You mean like a spooky specter?
You don't know what it was. Y'all were looking at each other, and all of a sudden just kind of floated by real quick.
Yeah, Kieran and Valenial are walking quietly and sneakily.
Well, you know,
Was it magical?
You come around the corner. Well, Quetzal already moved down there, and all of a sudden, kind of floating, coming up toward y'all. You'll see this creature.
Ghost of Flump.
It's another flump.
It just kind of floats. Looks at y'all, and then all of a sudden another one kind of comes around the corner. They just kind of stare at you. And you see another one kind of in the back. Comes floating in the area, and then just kind of turns around and floats back out of sight. These two just kind of stare at you, and they kind of just float back the way they came. Quetzal moves on into the room. You're going to see about 8 of them floating in this room. And all of a sudden, Quetzal, your mind, all of a sudden, eight, voices, basically, just like I blasted everybody in chat just a minute ago with my loud microphone. Okay? Just overload you with questions. Who are you? Why are you here? Oh, he doesn't have much brain. Where are you from? How old are you? What's a lizard man? Why do you like to bite things? Just overloading you with your senses and your mind and knowing who you are, and they reading your thoughts.
They're slurping your brain juice.
There's not much brain there, though. They figure out he's no threat. They can't feed off of him. You got to remember what they said. What your flump friend told you is they like to feed off of mind flayers' thoughts.
Yeah. Speaking of brain power, did you get the effect for my my headband?
Oh, hell no, I did not. Damn it. Here, I'll do that when we're done tonight. I'll do it right after we get done. Stay with me when we get done. Force me to do it.
Okay.
Hey, and actually, I will. They're not aggressive toward y'all. So, oops. They all kind of all turn at once like a flock, you know, when they move and all that. You all see them kind of turn and they all kind of move. When Quetzal, you come around the corner there and they're all staring at you.
I will
Are you
step
our
further
friend?
into the room and yes, I am a friend.
You're not speaking to them vocally. They're invading your brain. It's small that it is. Oh, now here's another one with a bigger brain. Ooh. And they flood you with the same questions. And
Hey, one at a time.
they pick your brain. You know, they're basically, you're like a filing cabinet. And they're just rifling through the files of your life.
Oh, all right. Okay, whatever. I got nothing to hide.
Don't you know you can keep doing that? You'll grow hair on your palms. You should not do that.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. I think you're gonna have to be a little bit more explicit.
I already have hair on my palm.
I can't grow
Well,
hair.
I mean, do you have toe beans like a regular cat?
That's for me to know and you not.
Yeah, they see all of y'all. You know, since Kieran's not here, we can pick up on him. Doesn't he know that his feather doesn't, you know, make other things big? You know. Yeah. He's compensating for something. He should know better.
Yeah, probably.
Its size doesn't matter, they say to Kieran. Anyway, so they're all just kind of watching y'all.
You guys seen any
And then
mind
they-
flayers around here?
Then they read and they come across that y'all detected. You know, you found it was our brother.
Oh, the body of the other
Yeah, the
one?
body and all that. You can see
Yeah.
they're having, you know, they go over that in their head and that he'd been gone for a long time.
And
And
they find our interactions with him, I assume.
yeah, but they don't have, you know, really emotions, you know, but you can feel that this telepathic, you know, wave kind of goes through them as some type of mourning that's very foreign to you, but they're kind of doing that in some form.
Very brief, I
Yeah,
assume.
yeah, just a very
Oh, he's dead.
yeah, very well alien
Oh, well.
way of how they celebrate who he was, and may his mind, may his thoughts and all that form with the collective, things like that. And then they hit you that you were speaking with a mind flayer, and they tell you that yes, there are flayers here. The battle has, you know, waned their numbers, though they are making the extremiton, which is a special form of what they call a Eleutherid, is another form of a mind flayer, a super mind flayer.
Oh.
Yes, is leading the
That
colony.
looks like something I want to fight.
Yeah, and yeah, that it must be eradicated before it transforms into an elder brain.
That makes sense. What do you guys know about the Gith?
I was about to ask that same thing.
They want to destroy the colony, and unfortunately,
colony?
yes, they are. But they don't. How could they not trust us? How could you not trust someone like us? They killed our friend who was just trying to find his way back here.
Wow. Yeah,
but-
that is rude.
But they wage an internal battle, you know, for many years with aeons, I should say, with the Illithid, and they track this colony here. We don't know how, but I'm sure they know how. But the Gith have
I
vowed.
imagine years of warfare with them. has
Something like
really
that.
Put a.
Yeah.
I imagine years of warfare with the mind flayers has really put a cultural stigma on things with tentacles with them. That's probably why they attacked them.
Yep. But we stay
Especially
here.
things that speak telepathically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we keep here so that we can feed off the immense psionic energies that the Illithid give off, and keeps us at a safe distance from everybody else. Not many venture back to this little area that we call our little, our little secluded hideaway. For the Mind Flayers' purpose is evil. They have already captured many humanoids from the city that is called Waterdeep and the Under Mountain.
That's where we're from.
They have many here, mindless thralls, and they keep them as cattle in service to be fed to the Extremiton before it's changed.
Well, I take it they're further in the south of this level then?
It just has, yes. They're back down.
Yes. The Gith were keeping a Mind Flayer captive in the level above, and it told me that they were trying to conquer at least the level, if not the lower levels of the dungeon. What do you make of that?
I know that they would tell you the brief encounters that they've had with them when they've had to flee, that the Gith despise that which feeds off the mind.
That makes sense.
The psionic abilities. Though we pose no threat to them, they kill us on sight too. Now, why they have one, who knows?
Well, they seem to trust us, so I guess we'll try to put in a good word for you. I don't know.
Oh, it's all right. Just we would rather no one know.
Well, we were not going to tell them where you are.
That would
That's
be
not what I mean.
That would be bad for us.
Yeah. Don't
We
worry.
mean you no harm. You may go in peace. Your
So
brains.
what did you call the Super Mind Flayer thing?
It is called
brain?
an Extremiton. Extremiton. An Ulitharid. It's spelled. This is, I guess, the creature before it becomes an Elder Brain. And they.
Never heard of that one before.
A Luther called Extremiton leads the colony. And let me see what Mind Flayers. Fearing and the Elder Brain instructed. It's basically a special. Yeah, you haven't heard of this Mind Flayer before, or this kind. It's new. Unknown to you.
Lovely.
But it was sent here. The Gith waged war on the major colony, and were destroying. We're successful in their attacks, and the Elder Brain tore off a section of the colony and had them flee to here, where they have been regaining their strength, rebuilding who they are, to once again destroy all human life, humanoid life. Those that have brains. Y'all are no effect to them.
Okay.
So you said to the south. It looks like this is a dead end room here. So how do we get there?
Just go back and down. There's more caves to the south. Just follow the passageways. Yeah, Shadow saw something when he was going down that way. It opened up into another bigger area.
Okay. Well, you may see us again before we leave the level. Anybody else have any questions before we take off?
Not I.
Are there any? Do you guys know if there's any kind of back way or secret entrance to these Illithid's lair where we can sneak up on them?
We do not sneak. We just have to be close.
And you're hanging out here, so you're close to where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can you
Oh,
tell how
sounds
far
nice.
away they are?
They just know that they're close enough at us. They say this keeps them at a safe distance. That the Illithid don't know that they're here, but they can feed off of the psionic energies of the Illithid.
Makes sense. All right, let's looks like Quetzal's getting antsy. Let's get moving.
Quetzal's always antsy.
There's a fight to be had. I want to go to that.
Hang on. We gotta stay close. Or we'll lose the
up.
pass. You're gonna lose your stealth spell.
You're
No
fine.
problem.
You're fine. Y'all can move all the way over there. Okay. You come around, and you're going to see, it goes up, the ceiling starts to rise up about 20 feet, and you've got, oh my, the smell, the stench of death wafts over you as you make your way into this area, and you begin to see the carnage of a battle. This doesn't make sense, what you're seeing before you. There are Gith. There are troglodytes. Bodies of some troglodytes laying on the ground everywhere. Durgar. Ogres. Orogs. And mind flayers and a couple of flumps. You're seeing this spread out all through this room and continues on south. The corpses are strewn everywhere.
Nothing's moving.
Nothing's moving.
Sure, tech magic still going, Linder.
Is it? Is it time for me to re-up it? Duff?
No, you're fine right now. You've got you've got bodies everywhere. There are rock formation piles of rocks that looks like some stuff is exploded from the ceiling and dropped down on top of some of the bodies. So there's just rubble everywhere. Some of it just small pieces. Others 10 feet high. There's just, it's just complete mayhem's gone on in this room.
Any magical pings?
Nope.
Okay. If something magical were covered by debris, would it be obfuscated?
Don't know. Don't know. Let me see. But you're not finding any more floor pit traps, anything like that. So you haven't, hadn't had to worry about that.
We're not in the obstacle course anymore.
That's right. Yep, moving along. You don't see, and then you come to a door, and the door.
The door.
What it looks like. I don't have to explain to you. Same type of setup.
Looks like a door to me.
Looks like to the west. Black metal, bumps on it.
Oh, bumpy door.
It's same door like it was before. That's what I meant by that.
Gotcha.
As we move through here, I'll be holding onto my holy symbol and basically giving brief burial rites to the troglodytes.
I'll peek around that corner.
Yeah. You were moving through, and there is movement all of a sudden coming from the rubble in the center of the room and all that. Basically, y'all all kind of, real quick, what was hit on, actually, remember, let me remove the fluppidids. And they were hiding, but one of them moved by accident. And you're going to see in the rubble, there are 4 Gith warriors right there. They 3 of them look at the 4th and kind of give it a, what the hell would you do that for? Pissed off look, and they all kind of looking at y'all.
I make sure to, put my hands, not near my weapons, and make sure that they know that we're not going to attack them. We're not hostile.
They bark out something in Gith, and they look.
I say 1 second, and I cast tongues on myself real quick.
All right. So tongues allows you to understand what they're saying, or you talk to them.
It allows them it allows any being that can speak a language to understand me when I speak.
Okay.
And you can understand them.
Okay, it's 2-way. I forget because of the different ones which one goes which way. So okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's 2-way.
Yeah. So they don't know y'all. So they, question, who are you? Why are you here?
Hey, we're here hunting mind flayers, just like you guys.
How do you know what we do here?
We helped a party of your kind on what was it, the 15th level?
You helped Dalakar was his name.
Yes,
And
Dalakar.
you met Oron.
Yeah, so I name dropped those 2 people.
Okay.
We just traveled through level 16. They sent us on our way down here.
To do what?
To hunt mind flayers. That's what we're here for. We're looking for treasure, mostly, but also mind flayers.
Who knows? At the moment, there are none here for battle. Was just recent. Many.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yes. Though several of us died, we were able to dispatch the mindless ones and several of the Squidwards. So they point, come with us. And they step up and they give the other one, one that broke. They gave things away. And they come over here to the door.
Oh, bumpy door again?
They come over to one of the bumpy doors. Yeah, and
I hope back to this room to the south of it.
it's just more. Yeah, it's just what you're seeing is corridor, and then it breaks off. And they come over here to this door, and you see one of them walks up to it, but for a brief second he takes some cloth and he kind of wraps it around his hand and all that, and he bangs on the door here, and the door swings out, and there are 2 more warriors. They're standing guard, and they motion for y'all to follow them.
Oh.
And they bring you. Well, if you're going to follow, I'm making sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying. Just checking
Yes.
everybody out. Shadow.
You're good.
Well, I'm just checking. All right. So they bring you
Yeah. Understood.
into this room here, and let's just grab everybody. There's more warriors. I'm not putting everybody on there. There's torchlight. Some torches burning and some iron brackets in the room here, so it's fairly well lit. The warriors are standing there guarding. What you can see is this area, plus it looks like a door to the north. And you don't have to look, but there's a passageway that leads to the door there.
Look.
And
Both sides of the doors bumpy?
yes,
Okay.
yep. They have had this one open somehow. The other ones are open. The other ones are shut. And these doors here are open. Whoop. AJ and they're chatting, and then all of a sudden coming from out from one of the doors is another elderly looking female Gith. She could tell she's kind of in charge of this group, and she barks out to them, and a moment, and you understand. She's like, "What is going on? Or who are these insolent beings here
Outsiders.
in our in our stronghold? They can't have this. We spilt blood and tears and sweat to secure this location against the Illithid. Who are these? Why are they not dead?" You understand that she has no idea that you're listening to what she says.
That's fine. I'll let her be, not aware for now.
The-
I'll tell
they-
her if they feel like.
Well,
need to.
they look at her and they kind of tell her, we can understand what he says. I think he understands what you say. And she looks toward you, and then she looks back at them. Why didn't you tell me that before I went off? And she goes, "What is your name? Why are you here?" Now this time she's definitely,
Hello, I'm Linder. Yes, I can understand you. Yes, it's okay. I understand.
why are you here?
Yeah. So the people upstairs sent us through down here. We're here hunting mind flayers and looking for treasure.
People, what is people?
Well, the other Gith.
You name drop again?
Yeah.
She goes, "They would. We were doing just fine down here. We may have wounded, but we weren't ready to give up our battle."
Well, I don't think
Just
we're meant to be
being
reinforcements. We were just on our way.
We were doing just fine. Just a bit of bad luck. Losing just a few too many. We've got injured here. We'll need to get back up to them soon.
Give them a long rest.
Thanks, Jay. They're in the you can smell and you can hear moaning coming from the northern door, and you can kind of see that looks like they've kind of, from where your viewpoint is, looks like it's a makeshift hospital. You can see several wounded in there. And she looks like they're like Custer's last stand. They are basically low on supplies, and they've been waging the battle, whether it be Custer's last stand or against the British against the Zulu. They are fighting on the losing end of the proposition here, and she says, "We are doing our best to try to get to the big one, then what you would call a Neolithid. Boy, there's several things in here. Yeah, there's
Okay.
yeah, and that would secure this area. Once that creature has been rid of, then all can be better down here. But we don't have the manpower or the female power to rid it. My warriors have not aged enough yet to be able to fight the battle. We've basically come to a standstill.
Do you have magical healers?
No.
Our lizard back here is a healer. If you'd like, he could administer some medicine to them.
She looks at you somewhat sheepishly. She points back. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to move everybody. She points to this back room, and she just basically acquiesced somewhat in her eyes. You know, she doesn't want, you can see she's very proud.
Sure. Yeah, she doesn't want to ask for help, but
no,
yeah,
she's not asking for it, but she
so
at least,
I give him the head nod and direct him in.
Yeah, and you'll go in there, and there are 4 Gith laying on the ground that have been heavily had the shit kicked out of them, and they need healing.
I will give
each
of the 4 5 points of my lay on hands.
Yep. So you heal them a little bit. They feel somewhat better. They see their wounds, which you'll also see in this area. In the north wall, there's a stone fountain with a semicircular basin. Looks like the fountain is carved in the likeness of like a winged fish with water, spouting from its mouth.
Interesting.
The water falls into a semicircular basin beneath it and drains out in little bitty small holes. You can see that there's another Gith there that's kind of administering, kind of cleaning the wounds and all that, and they go over and they get a bowl and they fill the water up, and they're using it. So the water's good, they know. So
I'll be right back.
Yep. In the I forgot to tell y'all, I apologize. In the main room, y'all are sitting in there on the east wall. It's your favorite arched stoneway with the keystone of a 6-finger gauntlet.
Oh, hey.
Totally forgot about that.
Oh, this must be the other end of that portal.
Yep. So, forgot all about that. I was just checking. I said, I thought I forgot to tell y'all something. Yeah, that's in the main room between the 2 pillars on the eastern wall.
Well, if you guys want to make a joint assault on their, wherever this super mind flayer is, I'm sure we could work something out.
She goes, they need to recoup. If you want to recon the area for them, if you have the ability to kill this creature, please do so. She is telling, you can see in her standpoint and all that her forces are not strong enough. They're barely maintaining the foothold on the area here. She's, said, or, if you, basically, if you are who you say, or, have been here, come through our area, then finish off the Neolith. There's not many mind flayers left that they can tell.
You guys just aren't really combat effective anymore.
Not at the moment, yeah, and you could tell they're not. They've had
they've been put through the
grind. Through the ringer. Yep, they were bridged too far, and that happens, and
So how many Gith do they have in here?
You've got
4 that we met.
4 right there. There's total 4 with the 2 of her. There's 2 here with her. One that looks like that's in charge, and she's actually she moves. There's 6
in this room with us. Then?
There's 6 in this room, and then there's 4 plus another healer in the infirmary room, kind of. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep.
In total.
2 females here, and the 4 that came out of the other ones, yes, that look like, are fighters.
And you said they're low on supplies, so they don't have any food?
Very little food. They have not had much rest either. They need. She's got, they're low on food, but they need a rest. They basically, all they've been able to do is basically keep the mind flayers from making their way anywhere farther up toward their established hideout, the level above.
When's the danger?
And she's actually, when she moves around, you actually notice that she's actually got a mind flayer head hanging on a belt.
Nice.
I'm going to cast Good Berry, and I'm going to give her 10 nice, perfect strawberries, and tell her to feed one to each person, and it will nourish them for the whole day.
She, once again, as you've seen before, she accepts it. It's very hard for her to
take the charity.
She takes it, yeah, but because you could see her underlings and all that, are dying for that, and they, look to her, and she's trying to put out this, that she's in charge, and she can't believe that she has to acquiesce to this, but she does take it. She knows what's best for her, but she sucks in the pride a little bit, and you see them just kind of all, they taste it, and their eyes light up, and they all kind of lean against the pillars or the wall, or kind of kneel down a little bit, breathe in. You can see that it does have an effect on them. Yes, there's no doubt. And the healer comes out, or when it's just kind of, a younger one of the warriors, it's looks pretty beat up, at least alive, gives them some water, and they all kind of drink it. And he, they says something about, you can see they talk about Quetzal went in there and what he did, and the wounds healed a little bit, and she nods her head, that she understands what just happened there, and is very grateful for you to it. She won't say it, but you can see it in her eyes. And she says, yes, you are, she goes, you are kind, and we cannot leave our post here.
I understand.
But if we don't take care of this Neolithid, sooner than later, it will be able to repopulate, and the numbers that it will bring will decimate these regions, these levels. You are only hope, Obi-Wan.
What's the fastest route to get to them from here? Do you know where they are?
She says it's got to be somewhere south or east. They come from a big double door to the east, but there's other areas. There's also some big caves to the south that they also believe that the creature is in. They haven't been able to venture much farther because of their numbers.
Oh, by the way, the little ones, the ones that look more like an octopus floating on a balloon, those aren't. They're not the same. They're not related to the mind flayers. They, the ones that float. They're not. They're benevolent.
They still die.
They actually give pretty good advice, also.
We kill them anyway. They feed on the brain.
And mostly on mind flayer brains, actually. They very much prefer to eat the mind flayers.
Be that as it may, the main purpose is to kill the Illithid.
Okay, well, it seems like you guys are doing a little better down here, so we'll leave you to it. We're going to head out and keep looking.
Hey.
Does this, the one that's been speaking to Linder, does she look injured in any way?
She is injured, but she is not as bad as some of the other ones. Because you remember, you can tell that she's seasoned, where these other ones, they're wet behind the ears, and the reason they're wet behind the ears is that they have to be brought here to age. From where they're from, they don't age at all. So
I will again reach my hand out and ask Linder to translate that I'm trying to do a handshake as a sign of
Okay.
trust.
Okay. Yeah, so I relay that, it's a traditional greeting between people who respect each other.
She
Take his hand in yours.
kind of grabs it. Doesn't
With my hand,
understand.
I apply my last 5 points of
healing?
lay on hands to her. Yep, I give her lay on hands to him. It's like, here you go.
She
Otherwise,
feels
you
it.
won't take it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, her eyes wide up for a moment. Almost felt like she was accosted, but she's not. She goes, "Good hunting."
You as well.
Bring the head back if you are successful.
Certainly. All right, crew. Let's roll.
I have the head to find.
Okay, which way are we going? Yep.
That's right. This is the open one.
Uh-huh.
There's
Yep.
double doors there. Might be
Yep.
the way through.
Double doors. Same thing. You kind of see them.
Double bumpies.
Bumpies, and there are pikes in the middle of the room here. 7 mind flayer heads, like you saw up above. There are 7 here, mounted, all facing the door.
Nice.
And then you to this, what y'all see, more stuff to the south. What do you do?
What do you guys think? Should we try these double doors? I feel like they're probably just going to give the same response the other bumpy doors did.
Any chance of that?
Yeah, let's try to find a way around.
Yeah, let's go around south and see if we can find another way in, maybe. I kind of suspect we may have missed a back door over there by the flunks.
Maybe? I don't know.
And it goes all the way around behind the area or behind these doors. I don't know. I suspect it.
We can always go back and look.
Well, which way we going? Looks like you're outvoted there. Which one?
You will see up in north, and it is your thou shalt not pass barriers. And you see a tunnel going south. And you're also hearing, Linder, you can hearing a hum. It's low. It
Like
is
electrical hum.
It's what it would kind of sound like, but you're feeling it. For a second you're thinking you're hearing it, but then you're feeling it.
My magic senses are going on.
It ain't magic. It ain't magic.
Feeling it like in my body or in my
Yeah,
brain?
for a moment you're feeling it in your body, and then as you're moving down, you begin to feel it in your brain.
Oh, good.
Is it just him or is it all of us?
No, as he was just leading the way. I was just, as y'all continue moving down, then all of y'all begin to feel it. Yeah, first you think it's
I
the
feel
floor
touch.
and the walls, and then it becomes more prevalent that it's in your brain, this hum. And then you begin to see a glow, purple glow, very faint, coming from the south. All right, so here's what you're going to see when you come around to the end here. Wall curves and stops. And on the eastern set there is a wall of energy. Faint purple. And it is not giving off a magical essence
It's
to you.
just pure psionic.
It's, man, y'all's heads are buzzing. It's close to the headache if you continue to sit next to it, and you feel the necrotic energies in it too. And it is a solid wall of energy.
Not interested in going in the presence of that unless we have a plan.
And they run away.
Oh, I moved away. I know.
Not really a runaway situation. More of a, there's no reason to stay next to this thing. It hurts. There's no reason.
It hurts. Yep.
Why?
Back to the flumps.
Yeah, let's go over there and search. I don't know. I got a feeling about it.
Okay.
Search away. Y'all may move. They're going after the flumps, guys and gals. The poor flumps.
I'm not going after the flumps. I am going to that area to search. So if I still have the effect on me for immune to fire, I'm guessing that it wore off with the long rest?
It did.
Right.
Thank you for letting me
And
know.
what about my ability to speak that language?
It would drop after yes, it would drop off after it's 24 hour. Those were 24-hour deals. I don't believe what they were. So they go bye-bye.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Thank you for letting me know. I've totally forgot about that. Okay. So the flumps watch y'all, and they, as you move into the room, yeah, they kind of float up above you. They, just kind of lift up effortlessly. Sure enough, you move over to the walls there, and you can tell that there's a door here. It was almost indistinguishable, but it's got looks like stone, but then you kind of scrape off a little bit of it. You see that right here is a black door with bumps on it.
This one has bumps too.
Yes, it does.
Any
Are we
ideas?
gonna have to
It
go
is.
to the surface and hire a psionic to come down here with us?
It is airtight. You tease it, you mess with it. All of them that way. You are finding out. Or this special door. But there was one here. And the flumps just kind of, they all look at y'all, and just kind of rise up out of the air. We didn't know that was there.
Any ideas?
Not really.
Not really.
Actually, I apologize. My bad. 1 second. I'm incorrect on that. I read that wrong because the way the pin's at, Brian. I apologize. That is a door. It is a wall. When you open it up, you see this. Those doors.
More bugs.
Those doors. My bad. Totally bad. That was on me. I was reading it wrong. The pins threw me off. Outer guard post says unfinished room contains a secret door. When you move into there, you will see the double doors, the bumps on them. That makes sense.
Why not hide in the door if you're just going to put the same psionic barrier on it?
But you can the flumps. You don't know how to open the door.
No.
How do you open the door?
You must read the writings. It tells you how to open the door.
Language is it?
Illithid.
That's the problem.
They don't tell you what languages. They don't look at it that way. Yeah.
Can you guys open the door?
Why would we want to?
We're gonna go mess them up.
You
Why-
said that they had to be stopped, and we're here to stop them, but we can't get through these doors. So, do you know how to open them?
Maybe, but if you kill them, we can't feed off of them. We say they should be stopped, but we're not the. We don't. What do we
You
care?
just want to kill the big one. You can have the little ones.
Oh, the big one. That's one. That's the juicy one.
Yeah, he's got to die.
That is.
Aren't you guys the one that just told us a while ago that they had to be stopped?
They should be stopped for the goodness of your kind, but we like them because they feed us. We're not stopping them.
Okay, but we are.
That is sad. It will make us go hungry.
Well, like I said, it's not like we're gonna eradicate them.
What's in it for us? We would starve to death.
Like I said, we're not gonna eradicate them.
Extremiton.
For being a floating mush pile, you're pretty dense.
No, it's logic. Dense.
We're not going to kill all of them. I don't know how many more ways I can say that.
You're going to kill them all in this area, which means we have
So
to go
you
feed
gotta
somewhere
move.
else. But moving is
You gotta move.
It's so
or all the
tiresome.
surfacers die.
You got to pack.
Oh,
you got to
no.
clean. You know, you have to do all
What do you
these
have
things.
to pack? You're a floating brain with tentacles.
Yeah, no, it's just a pain in the butt. The kids don't like it. They got to start a new school. You know.
Wow, sounds like you're gonna have to get used to it.
You know, there's disease up there. There's this, pandemic going on. It's just much safer down here.
What if we chain one up for you?
It's not gonna be safe when there's too many mind flayers for you guys to hide from them. You know I make a good point. That's why you're not saying anything right now.
I'm just trying to figure out how to come up another way to say no.
That's not allowed.
Yeah, they basically do one of you have the spell animate dead? They kind of look through y'all. No? Sadness.
I don't think so.
Not for a couple of levels.
They give you the mind that basically. So what they tell you is that you have to, the dots on the door tell you the 4 tentacles wipe across one or wipes across each line, and the line tells it what type of form to make the tentacle, and then the 4 tentacles make the forms. That unlocks the door.
So I need to have tentacles to operate this thing?
Yes, you have to have tentacles to open the doors.
All right, who can polymorph into something with tentacles?
You need
How
4
about just
tentacles.
Yeah,
What?
what a knock spell.
A what?
You know, I wonder if a knock spell would do it.
1 second. I must
I'm gonna ask them.
Creature touches it. They already did that.
I don't gotta touch it.
Well, already Shadow touched it and was given these forms, but he didn't understand what the forms were happening there, and so that without the request, they will tell you that there's a possibility conventional means could possibly open up the door, though it will alert.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
Yes.
With knock.
Because the mind flayers will feel it.
I think one of us turning into something with tentacles and operating the door that way would be better.
I can only turn into things with beasts, and I can only turn into something that is a beast, and that is the same with polymorph. It has to be a beast. So I'm pretty sure that these guys are not beasts.
No.
No.
Octopus?
That's an animal.
Yeah, that is an animal.
1 second.
That won't tell me how to learn to read the thing and figure out how to open the door, though.
What are you talking about? Octopi all speak Illithid.
Okay, so I'll give it. So we're moving forward there a little bit. When y'all are going off, the Shadow was given the clue. He just didn't understand it at the time. But now y'all begun to put the pieces together. When you wipe your tentacles across the 4 sets of bumps, it tells you in your mind what form to make with the tentacle.
Yeah.
Because it's all telepathic. And now Shadow, sorry Shadow, I didn't mean to put words in your mouth, but just the form you were sitting on there, basically that's what you blurt out all of a sudden. And
I will explain that to them.
yeah, just like that, folks. There's how you
have an
RP.
epiphany, and it spills out of your face.
Yeah, he goes, wait a second. He goes, now I understand that what I saw was the mental representation of what each line meant in a form. Because the mind flayer's tentacles went across it, and all of a sudden they say they kind of revved up like Medusa's head, and the 4 tentacles made all these forms. And when he made all those forms, then the image cut out. It didn't show the door opened up. It just showed you the forms that you needed to make.
Gotcha.
And they just gave you the last piece.
Just make the tentacles in that form, or do you have to touch the door doing it?
Well, you touch the door to tell you what form that they make. You have to be given you basically are given the key, the form of the key to how to unlock the door of each 4 keys, basically, And the forms will tell you that the doors are all different.
Okay, I will use wild shape to turn into an octopus, and then I will touch the door to try to get the form.
Okay.
And I use my tentacles to make the
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to that's part of it. It's the let me go over here a second. This is funny.
Completely bone-lacking octopus laying in a pile on the floor.
So a creature
Do you need a bucket of water?
use their tentacles to weed the language. Okay, 4-line stanzas. That's right. You touch the inscription, and you. Okay, so the problem is this. Okay, so you touch the inscription as a squid. I need that. None wants to understand. Okay, so I need an intelligence check from you first, since you're trying to read it. Okay. Check. Ooh, I can tell you that that's a fail. Pretty certain.
I will use inspiration and try again.
Nicely done. That's the exact opposite of the roll there. So now that, and when you do that, then here comes an onslaught. I need a wisdom saving throw from you. Okay, good enough. Yeah, another attack of your mind happens when you do that, and through that force and all that, the tentacles, the 4 stanza, you were able to decipher on this door. And it shows you what to make. And when you do it, I'm assuming then you do the forms, the 4. Yep. The doors, they basically crack open, and you guys see into another room.
I will then revert from being an octopus.
Okay.
You're not gonna crawl around like that for a while.
I don't have the shape for it.
So, well, there's fun stuff. So you see two large chests made of zirk wood sit atop two low stone tables on the west wall. To the south are two more big black doors. Again.
Before we leave, I want to ask the Flumps if they've seen any mimics.
What is a mimic? They read your mind and then they understand what it is. Not here. No, they have not.
Good stuff. After the doors open, I'm going to take my pins and I'm going to wedge these doors firmly open.
Okay. You would see that if you don't do that, they would have shut on you. You can see that they're, you can see the scrape marks where they open and close. Okay. All right. You've got two doors to the south, again, same doors, but you've got two big chests sitting here on these two tables on the western wall.
Seems like we need to go check for some traps. But, oh, there's Shadow again. We lost.
No, Shadow is looking at you like you were calamari. Apparently, while he's transformed, I'm licking my lips, looking at him hungrily. Calamari, folks. This is the safe kind. The other kinds aren't. Did we lose Shadow? Is that what you're saying?
They came back.
I think I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I heard the beep for a second.
Okay. Well, I will go in slowly looking for traps.
Don't detect any.
You said they're against the west wall?
Two low stone tables and these two big zirkwood chests are sitting there.
What's the light level in here?
There is no light.
Oh, lovely. None whatsoever. Is it
None.
like pitch black?
As in, there's not even coming. The doors, y'all have noticed, there is no cracks in these doors. There is no air passing through these doors, and there's no light in this room.
Does my low light vision help at all, or am I just totally in the dark right now?
You've got dark vision, you can see.
Oh, I've got
Sorry.
dark. Okay, I thought I had low light vision for some reason.
That
Okay.
doesn't exist in 5e.
Right, you're right.
Okay.
You a Starfinder player or something?
No, we have a lot of Pathfinder stuff.
That's the same thing.
Same thing, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Shadow, you want to come over here to these chests and do your searchy thing?
Sure, I will search for traps.
In the tower, please. You don't detect anything on either chest. There's not even a lock on it when you start looking at it. Oh, wow.
Is it a mimic? Are they mimics?
Well, I'll try to open one.
He opens it up. Unfortunately, it doesn't go.
Heck,
Sorry. You open it up and it's full of gold and treasure.
lovely.
How's the detect magic going?
There's magic. There's shit in these boxes.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Is there magic stuff or is there
Yeah. No, I'm saying is in there's stuff glowing in both chests. You open up the other one too, I'm assuming, just to get it out of the way. Yes. So you open up and there's a bunch of platinum
Start
pieces.
sifting.
There are 800
cow, okay.
platinum pieces in here.
That's a-
There is a pair of purple tinted crystal spectacles with platinum frames.
Oh, I got it.
There is some type of potion that's an off green color that's glowing. There is I want to know what this one looks like. Come here. This
I'm grabbing those fabulous glasses.
a
on set.
tiny object. It looks like a feather.
Kieran,
And a dagger that's made, a nice dagger made with silver web filigree.
I'll take the dagger.
Yep, feels like it's worth. It looks like it's Dro made.
Are all those things magical?
All these things are magical, except for.
I'm gonna start ritual identifying then.
Okay.
Is the door to the south?
Same
another one of
door.
these
Yep.
Doors.
Yep, the same thing, and that is where we're going to hold because I don't want to go anywhere else before we get in. So that's our. I was stalling as long as I could to get y'all to that part, and
Before we
then
hold, let's do a short rest and
y'all can do a short rest and identify. I really didn't get hurt or anything like that. So you're going to you got. Oh wait. Okay, so there's each chest has 800 platinum, so there's 1,600 platinum in this damn. Y'all found the treasure room.
Guys, I think we can retire after this.
Yeah. So the dagger is worth a lot of money. It's like 750 gold, but what you figure out, it's magical, and it actually when it strikes somebody, it plays a guitar solo. It's we're gonna say it's Eddie Van Halen's guitar solo dagger, and it plays and it rips out when you strike and use it against a foe. It plays a fragment of a guitar solo, but it better not be exposed to sunlight, or it will lose its capabilities. It's a guitar dagger. Is what it's called. That's funny.
Can somebody bring in some items from Dudes of Legend?
I don't know. So there's the discard dagger. You find a potion of acid resistance. You have the spectacles. They are not magical. They are just cool-looking spectacles.
Okay, they're going on my face.
Okay.
They're worth 2,500 gold.
Yeah, they are worth a lot, though. And then you find what's called a Qual's Feather Token. And it is, what did we say? This one is made for tree. And so the Qual's Feather Token. Yeah,
We walked out 2 of these, and they were both tree ones.
They were trees, yeah. And so what happens? What is it when it's a tree? It you must be outside, and when you use it, it disappears, and a non-magical oak tree springs into existence. And yeah, it looks like this. Yep. So
Kieran is going to take that feather and put it in his hat.
okay. You got the spectacles, the Qual's Feather Token, and then 1,600 platinum pieces. You all are weighted down.
Don't worry, I can put all those platinum pieces in my bag of holding.
So, okay. So they found the backdoor treasure room, but they still have, once again, to the south, more double black metal doors before them.
Looks like you probably should have kept rolling around as an octopus for a while.
So, but that is where we will definitely hold, so because they've come into the back door area, and so there's trouble a brewing for next week, folks. So
Can't believe these fabulous glasses aren't magical.
I know. Give me
Later.
probably.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and I'll let me come up with some ideas. Let me find a few pictures, and we'll put them. See if I can put them on your portrait.
We're just gonna have to go through some of Elton John's sunglass albums. It's got to be something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I remember him from what was the second Cage movie where they had to find. They were looking at the map, and he had the different colored lenses that he looked at the back of the. It wasn't the declaration. It was one of those maps that he was looking at, and it showed different things. I think it's something like that. You know, you got all these different colored lenses in front of you. But
I heard your description of the purple lens tinted glasses. I was thinking, what's his name? God, what's his name from Black Sabbath?
Oh, Ozzy.
Ozzy. I was thinking Ozzy.
Ozzy glasses. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
More
So
like
John
Elton
Lennon
John.
glasses.
Elton John really makes more sense. Well, that's kind of funny with what we're doing. Okay, folks, that is what we're going to end here 30 minutes early, just so that we don't get into what I know is going to happen with this groups once they start seeing flying Squidwards and all that. It'll be all hands on deck and battle ensuing. So
yeah.
so it's on. So with that being said, good job, guys. That was a good session there. Getting through, having a little fun on RPing, and getting to this next level. We are back tomorrow night, folks, with Mech 45, doing a second episode of Vampire Masquerade here at 8 o'clock. Thursday night is 8 o'clock show, King Bashman doing Yawning Portal. They continue on, and they're still in, I think, Tomoa-chan, unfortunately. The module that just keeps on dragging on and on and on. Then Friday night, Mandy's back for her second episode of Tomb of Annihilation. Saturday night, I'm back here with the ladies, the Hot Toddies, as we do continue on with Rise Up Against the Slave Lords. And then we're back next week, as always. Mondays on YouTube is with Dragons of Irespear Peak. And then we're here always. We've got coming up, so mark your calendars, as we've talked about, the 19th is the 24-hour Greyhawk Marathon Lord Gasama's putting on for St. Jude's charity. We've got the noon to 4 Eastern time here on this channel. We'll be running a game with players as we do. Each game is not connected like it was last year, but we're all basically doing themes of Underdark. Underdark Uprising, I think, is the name of the theme of the whole show. And so each episode will be centered around that theme, stuff going on, as we go through a full 24 hours of streaming on the channels and raising money through Tilt Divide to give to St. Jude's. Then the 19th and 20th will be Gamers for Giving, that will be running here on the channel with Mech 45, his charity that he supports, and we help him out. We're going to try to raise that. We're going to try to see if we can get to the 2,500 mark this time to be able to donate to a local area hospital a cart. They make carts, game carts for kids who are in hospitals for long periods of time, to give them something to do to take their mind off everything that's going on while they're there for whatever reason in the hospitals. And then the next weekend is Gary Con. Actually, it's going to be going on every Saturday. The 3 Saturdays leading up to Gary Con, we'll have something going on across 2 of the channels. Jason Charles Miller will be running a game. We'll have a couple of panels, and then a pregame before that every Saturday. And then starting on the 25th through the 28th, we have now got, 5 channels of programming going on. And it's going to be total mayhem, but we got a lot happening, a lot of shows. A lot of people involved, looking forward to it. I'm ready to get past it already, because I got to produce a mess of these shows. So, but it's all for good cause, and helping out Luke, and being now all virtual ethereal is what we're calling it, ethereal Gary Con. So that's really coming up here the next month and a half. So plus our regular programming, which is always taking place. And so with that being said, I'll stop yapping. We'll say goodnight to everybody, and please be back here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock for another episode of Vampire Masquerade. Y'all be good. Take care.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?